it was about my soul. And in that pain, in those moments, those quiet moments, I found, something I hadn't truly surrendered to before, and that's God. I stopped trying to control everything. In the brokenness, there's beauty. Even in the loss, there's love. And even in the darkest night, God is still good. And you got to know that. So what did chasing money teach you about happiness? It taught me that money solves money problems, but it doesn't fix you. You can have a full bank account and still feel empty inside. I mean, we all know that. You start making money, right? You fly first class, you could still feel lost. You could buy the right house, the right car, the right watch, and you can still lay in bed at night wondering why you're not fulfilled. It happens to people every day. So chasing money made me realize it's not about the money. It's about what the money lets you do. And I think it's also about who you get to become. The peace, the choices, the ability to breathe, to not have to stress so much about that deadline or, getting to that job. Money didn't make me happy. It just gave me the space to figure out what does make me happy. And, once you get that clarity, I think you stop chasing the money and then you start chasing the purpose, because I just think that, happiness comes from purpose. When you are driven to do something, when you're creating something, when you're building something, when you're helping somebody, when you're trying to make a difference with your life, that's where the true happiness comes from. It's not the dollar bills that are going to make you happy. They're just like little pieces of paper. It means nothing when it comes to happiness. But what it represents is the ability to chase your purpose, man, and to do what you want to do, and to be the person you were always meant to become. So what was my rock bottom? There's no question. It was my divorce. It shattered everything I thought was solid. My family, my future, it's like your identity. It's what you know. I was in a relationship for 30 years. And I remember sitting alone in that big old house. The silence was loud. The emptiness hit me like a wall, and I had to face something I had been running from for a long, long time. And that was me. My patterns, my pride, my ego, my choices. And it broke me in a way that no business failure ever broke me, because it wasn't about money, and it was about my soul. And in that pain and in those moments, those quiet moments, I found something I hadn't truly surrendered to before, and that's God. I stopped trying to control everything. I stopped pretending I had all the answers, and I said, God, I need you in the center, right? Should have been in the center the whole time. Not just in the background, not just, when you were praying for something. But what's crazy is he showed up. He showed me that even in the brokenness, there's beauty. Even in the loss, there's love. And even in the darkest night, God is still good. And you got to know that God is good, and he's there for it. And he forgives. He's a forgiving God. That moment didn't end me. It remade me. Daniel Alonzo 2.0. That's what I tell people now, right? And it's about purpose. It's about more fire. Right? It's about strategy. It's about creating something that we can be proud of. And so I just want you to know that if you're going through something right now, just know that a better, more amazing life is waiting for you. But you got to get right? You got to get your mind right. You got to get your mindset right. You got to make better choices. You got to discipline yourself to a whole nother level. But once you do that, trust me, a great life is waiting for you.
Thank you for watching our short clips on Alonzo Academy. If you'd like to watch the next short clip, click here.